Welcome back, everyone. Well, we're about to have some fun. As many of you know, we have a magazine now, right here in Saratoga, that can compete with the likes of Vanity Fair. And I'm not kidding. So some of you know about that and some of you don't. So we're going to introduce you to the people behind it so that you're up to speed, up to date. Joining me today, ladies first, is Becky Kendall, who's the Executive Vice President, Publisher for Saratoga Living Magazine, and none other than the CEO, the President, and the Editor-in-Chief, Richard Perez-Feria. Welcome. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Together, they're commonly referred to as Bonnie and Clyde, and I think we're going to find out what that's about as well. Well, as you can tell, not your usual interview, okay?
Exactly. I like it. Yeah.
You like it. I knew you would like it. Becky, I'm going to start with you ladies first. Okay. You've been involved with the magazine, I think you were telling me, for like 6 years or so?
Yes, it was my first job out of school.
Oh, looks like it's sticky.
Yeah, I guess I like it a little.
Okay, so. What do you like about it?
Well, when I moved to Saratoga, I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anything about Saratoga, and now I feel like I know everyone. I'm a part of the community. It's just a fun job. I get to go to galas and events, and all my advertisers have become kind of like my friends, my family.
Well, you know, that happens a lot in our business.
Yeah.
Everybody we work with, they become our friends because we always find that we have a lot in common in that regard. And it was quite a few years ago, but I also remember liking to go to parties myself and stuff. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Now I want to play with my grandkids. But at any rate, you like the community. You like being part of it. What strikes you as unique about being here?
Well, I'd say I grew up in Lake George, so during the winter months there was no one there.
Yeah,
Saratoga is like such a happy medium. It's not New York City, but it still has those city vibes and so much to do.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I can live here and not feel overwhelmed, like the city, for example. It's just too busy, there's too many people, but this is right in the middle.
Well, you know, in our business, too, personal relationships are very important. So you get to know your clients, where in a larger market, you really don't get to know them.
Exactly.
Right, that's true. Big coup for Saratoga Living to get somebody with your credentials, I'm telling you.
We'll see about that. We'll see.
We're about to find out about that also. Exactly. But Richard has an amazing career and decided to come up here to do this magazine. You know, before we touch on it, a little bit about your background.
I was born, I grew up in Miami, born in Boston actually, but I went to school at Tulane in New Orleans, and my first job out of college was with Esquire magazine, which is all these amazing writers and people I've looked up to since I was a kid. And my first job, just from the get-go, I got hooked on magazines. So I've been lucky. My career's been really just an amazing ride. I've been editor-in-chief of more than 50 magazines, more than 30 websites, and I had the best people in the world working with me. And so I've had huge magazines, I've done small magazines, I've done all kinds of different things, and I'm really, really happy that I'm exactly where I need to be right now. I call it a soft landing for the rest of my life.
Well, you know what? With that kind of background, we're kind of the same ilk in that, you go around, you experience a lot of things in the business. You don't settle for less than the best, right?
Well, it's true. I mean, I've been also very fortunate. As I mentioned, I've been at the best places, the best companies, and every couple of years or so, I've always gotten another opportunity, another challenge offered to me. And it's been a very, very fortuitous ride, but now I'm really thinking this is the market. I really think I've been coming here for so many years just as a tourist, and basically also working with Quad Graphics at the printing side with all my magazines before, coming in to do the press check. When it's on press, I check to make sure it's okay. And they would wine and dine me, treat me so well. And Saratoga was like this fantasy place. It's a perfect little town. Everything was beautiful. Caroline Street was really tempting. So all that stuff. So it's a very, very like Becky mentioned, it was a combination of small town, big town, with outsized ambition and just culturally important. Significant, the horse racing capital of the entire world, and it's just kind of the high-low, big-small combo that I love so much. So,
what? So many people say that in one way or another. When you look at culture and you look at the fact that we've got SPAC here, Universal Preservation Hall, Cafe Lena, then you move to the history with horses and whatever, and just the culture. Anybody that comes into this city knows that you're really impressed with kind of the level. Intellectual curiosity in this town.
And Yaddle, and all those writers at Yaddle.
Yeah, I know. Really great. So you come in, Saratoga Living makes a real turn in the road. All of a sudden, I was flipping through and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, this is world class. You know, it's not an easy thing to do. A little bit about the philosophy, about why do you want it that way?
I think first of all, the goal, the mantra for we have a very small staff and teammates basically, and we're all basically family at this point. I told them no one's gonna become rich working with us, but we'll be so proud of what we do. In 3.5 weeks, we came in together with one mindset to turn this around instantly. So we launched the new magazine, we launched the new website just in 3 weeks. So now that was like the big shock to the system, which was our last issue with the I Do issue, which is a wedding issue. Now, with our magazines coming out on Tuesday of this week, so excited to be able to show you guys the design issue, which is basically a more polished version of what we did with the first issue. More pages, more design, more gorgeousness, great stories, the writers. So the philosophy is to elevate what's local and make it hyper local, meaning we doubled or tripled our print run. We quadrupled our distribution points all over the capital regions. So we're making sure that we're saturating what's local. Also extending what that means, going to Albany at the train station, the magazine's there for free. We go to New York City, with all the high rises and the hotels, the top notch, that's free distribution. We're in Lexington and Louisville for the Kentucky Derby distribution. Anybody who gets the daily Racing Form gets a copy of our magazine. So we're going to be in Florida and Wellington. Basically, anywhere horses are, we are as well.
That's right.
And again, qualitatively, I was looking at Town and Country, Vanity Fair vibe, and making sure that we have a magazine that is really worthy of this gorgeous place.
Well, you know what I want to do? I had a feeling we'd get involved in this conversation. I'm going to break this interview into 2 parts, okay?
Sure.
Because I want to talk about the issue that's coming out and also plans coming up for the summer for the anniversary. So we're going to stop this down. We're going to pick it up right after this break, okay? To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.